Kinsella now. Proctor needs to get onto the tail of the 35 Lansvale Smash Repairs entry of Michael Kinsella. This is the Sydney Truck Sales Formula V, the final round of the New South Wales State Championship. Kinsella picked up a bit of ripple strip there. You saw the front wheel actually lift off the ground and the car float. And look at Mostyn, he means business.
That's a nice smooth run onto the straight. We'll watch for the slipstream here. Ryan Simpson just falling away. Chivo just falling away. Maybe we can get a few in-car camera shots to see what it looks like. Zayn El Sayed just behind Chivo. Here goes Adam Proctor. Let's see what happens.
Yes, he's got the run. He's able to get up the inside. And can Mostyn go on with it as well? Yes, he does. He also got a second slipstream off the back of Kinsella. And Kinsella from first to third. These are the fortunes of racing Formula Vs. It is so tight at the front. Not a bunch of horsepower, but plenty of talent required to drive these cars. And since the move to the 1600s, the speed, the drivability, and the absolute presentability of these cars has gone through the roof. It is really an exceptionally professional form of motorsport. Here's the battle for the 1200s. Absolutely incredible.
Right, we've got there's Matthew Pearce in the blue and yellow car on the left, just slotting in to, there he is in the lead, just coming through this pack with Joe Hall behind him and Lee McGarvey behind him. Matthew's taken out the state championship, but they're still fighting for second place. There's Michael Carroll. Oh, gee, Michael, try to get back on the track as soon as you can. Unfortunately, he's made it without any disasters.
Yeah, Carroll with a bit of a loop around there. Very lucky. Someone just missed him. Actually, two people just missed him. Looks like Carroll all by himself there with the tail just getting a little bit loose on the exit, or entry, I should say, into turn number 2. Mostyn still leads it at this stage. Kinsella, surprisingly, has dropped back considerably. Proctor now starting to apply the pressure, and Ian Shivers has now caught back up to Ryan Simpson. They come around Corporate Hill. Ray, full bore, top gear?
Full bore, flat out through here. They've actually been very, very smooth, and Chibo's done very well. Well, he was smooth until he's crossed it up going into the corner. You need to get a good run through here because it's quite a bit of a straight. So if you go slow into this corner, you'll lose speed all the way down the short straight section into turn 10.
Didn't seem to cost Ian too much time there. He gets right up onto the tail of Simpson. No, Ross thinking if he goes through there, he's an absolute genius. Nearly went on with it though. Simpson with the tail out on that car. Now Kinsella starting to close in again.
That's right. Well, a few seconds before you mentioned that Michael made a huge mistake just because he made a simple lock-up, but that gives you an indication of just how fantastically Michael's been driving all year, where just a simple puff of smoke is probably the worst mistake I've seen from him all year.
Yes, Shivers now in the slipstream of Simpson. Yes, it wasn't huge. It was, however, the first I had seen in some time. Shivers to the outside. Will it go on with it here again? It's the battle for the 1200s. Wherever you look in this field, there's great racing. Pierce, well, why are they not at his slipstream?
Actually
along beside him. That's why. That stopped the LJ Hooker car.
Four wide.
Have a look at this down the main straight. 4 wide. Hall is on the far outside. Wow, here they come on the other side through turn number 2. Who got out of this okay? I think it's Pierce. He's going to go back down the inside and take the lead.
Here's a classic case. Lee McGarvey had probably a 20-30 metre lead down the straight there. Just a bit of slipstreaming caught them all right up. We cut over to Mostyn, who's still in the lead. It's good to see John actually take a big cut of the lead in a race for so many laps. He deserves it with all his hard work. But for the first time, Adam and John have got their act together and they're leaving Michael behind.
Yes, and don't be confused, folks. There are 2 races within one race here, the 1600s and the 1200s. Here is the 1200 battle at the moment. McGarvey, Pierce, then Stott, Hall. These guys absolutely changing places. We just saw them 4 wide down the main straight of Eastern Creek Raceway. You could not have fit another car on the outside of them, and they went through that turn 3 wide, came out all together on the other side. It is fantastic motorsport.
Right, well, they're coming up into turn 8. They would have revved the cars right out to over 6,000 RPM before grabbing 4th and going in through turn 8, which they've just done. There's Matthew Pearce and Ryan Stott, but Matthew Pearce has got the lead in this pack. Let's see what happens if they can get any toes. We cut back to John Mostyn.
Yes, Mostyn still manages to lead this one. Proctor now is definitely close enough for the slipstream. The interest, Ray, is can he do it before the start-finishing line? Here he goes now. There is the start-finishing line. I would say yes. So Proctor knows that if he is in second place on the last lap, he has a chance at victory. Hey, speaking of which, we're on the final lap now, and Proctor happens to lead. Will he let Mostyn by, or will he try to get a better run, possibly balk Mostyn and try to beat him to the start-finishing line?
Well, look, in the old days in 1200s, yes, you'd never want to be in the lead on the last lap because it's just so easy to get a good slipstream and lead over the line. But in 1600s have changed that slightly, and you can only just get a lead before you cross the line, so it's touch and go whether you want to lead. I wouldn't want to be in Adam's position right now with John Mostyn behind him. He's going to have to pull out a miracle.
Mostyn's gone through.
I think John has made a big mistake, and I think Adam's been smart enough that he sold him a dummy.
Suck at him, did he? Threw that one out to him, gave Mostyn the opportunity, and he took it. And also lap traffic coming into play. They'll get rid of this competitor pretty quickly, I would suggest, before Corporate Hill. As a matter of fact, they come around here full bore, a little bit offline. Mostyn brings it back on beautifully as he slides it round. Now down hard under brakes, back one gear into turn 9. The slowest part of the racetrack for these cars, I would suggest. And can Proctor get the slipstream and beat Mostyn to the line?
Look, in the race yesterday on Saturday, Adam, he managed to take it over the line when he was leading on the last lap, and I thought I went up to him and I said, mate, that was a miracle performance, but maybe this is how he did it yesterday. I didn't see.
Let's see if John Mostyn can hang on to the lead. Adam Proctor, he's not very close. There is a bit of a gap. He's certainly in the slipstream. He pulls out now. Mostyn leads it, but can he hang on to it? In the background, Simpson's trying to get by. It's going to be Proctor. Adam Proctor will get the victory. John Mostyn second, Kinsella third. Ryan Simpson just hangs on over Ian Shivers. Back then to Mason, Al Sayed and Zarantinello. Awesome competition here for the Sydney Truck Sales Formula V's. In the 1200 class, it's Jay Hall getting the goods.
Yeah, it was pretty hairy. John was pretty aggressive and pretty racy, so I was sort of happy to sort of dice him a bit and sort of set him up towards the end, and I knew I could sort of toe past him by the line.
Adam was a bit quick today. We were just actually struggling with a bit of top end.
Just had to finish in the points to win the championship, so I just cruised around in third and finished.